What's up, guys, and welcome back to Off the Shelves. So this is your first time checking out this video series. This is my monthly, bi-monthly Blu-ray update video. So every time I get a stack of Blu-rays worth doing a video on, I show you guys everything that I've got, give you my quick little reviews on the movies that I have seen. Pretty good stack this time. We got about 10 or 12 movies, and we'll start off with the new releases, one of which is probably my fourth favorite movie of the year. And that is The Black Phone. This is the newest film from Scott Derrickson, and this is a film that I went and drove like 2+ hours to Jacksonville to check out a early screening for, and it's one of the best horror films of the year for sure. Very stacked year, otherwise it would probably be one of my number one, number two, but we got Top Gun Maverick, we got The Batman, so just behind X, this is the best horror film of the year. You got Ethan Hawke as the grabber right here, I think a pretty iconic role, and this honestly has some of the best kid performances that I've seen in a very long time, especially the little sister here. So just a really, really good story. So if you're a fan of Sinister and you like Scott Derrickson's style, I think this is significantly better than Sinister. Absolutely go out and buy this one. Now we've got Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I haven't even opened this one yet. And this is one of the better surprises this year. I liked the first Sonic movie. It wasn't outstanding, but this one was much better in just about every way. I thought that Knuckles was great. I thought that Tails was great. I think that Jim Carrey is even better as Dr. Robotnik. The movie feels a lot more fun, like a Sonic movie, not so much like a road human movie like the first one. And so this one I think is one of the best. I would not argue somebody that said this is the best video game movie of all time. And I had to have this one because it's the old Sega Genesis style cover. So I would say go out and buy this one as well. Very good movie. We've got the Best Buy 4K of Multiverse of Madness, movie that I really enjoyed. Certainly the first half hour or so, first act, was very standard Marvel stuff, but after that, once Sam Raimi was kind of unleashed, I loved how unique and how horror-filled this movie actually was. This is much more Evil Dead style Sam Raimi stuff than Spider-Man Sam Raimi stuff. So I was not a big fan of the first Doctor Strange. I still am not. This one I like significantly better. I would also say to go out and buy this one. Now we're at the 4K double dips, and you guys knew I had to get these. So we've got the 4K's Shout Factory of the first 3 Child's Play films. You got the original right here, pretty standard cover. We've seen that one a couple of times. And then the 2 new covers for Child's Play 2 and Child's Play 3. They also came with other, like, more traditional movie covers, but I switched them out for these. I like these better. Have not watched them yet to say how much better they look. Sometimes horror films aren't really improved all that much with 4Ks. Sometimes the practical effects and the graininess and everything actually helps the movie, so they might not be better than the Blu-rays, but I just love Shout Factory. I love what they do, and of course I love this franchise, so I had to get all 3 of these. I did not get the one with the NECA figure. I don't know if they still have those available, but if you want to these, there's a bunch of different packages, a bunch of different versions of these available. So check those out. Now we have got, let me peel this sticker out. Well, no, I'll leave it on, fuck it. We got Heat. This is one of the best movies of all time. This is one of those films that I kind of, it's not that I forget about it, but every time that I rewatch it, I'm like reminded of how great it really is. It's almost like I forget how awesome the film really is. Now, this is a 4K apparently that's had a lot of controversy amongst like really high 4K enthusiasts. It looked fine to me. Everybody's saying that it looks dark. The movie's always been dark, so maybe I need to watch it side by side with the Blu-ray, which I'm probably never going to do, to be able to tell if there is a quality difference here. I thought it looked really good. The only thing I will say, I don't know if this is just me or if many people have had this issue. I'm going to have to return this and get another copy from Best Buy because 3 different points in the film, there was like a 90-second stretch that just glitched. And I tried it in my Xbox 360 or my Xbox One. I tried it in my PS5, and it did the exact same thing. So I don't know if that's a production issue. As far as the movie itself, absolutely, I'll go out and buy it. So I think the 4K looks good, but just know some people don't. This is one I just got in yesterday, the Best Buy exclusive of Warrior. This is the 4K. It's got the little cage slip right here. And this is one of my favorite films of all time. I would say this is at least in the top 5 best movies of the past 20 years. I think it's awesome. It's my favorite sports movie of all time. And so I wanted the 4K, but I also wanted it to have the better cover because whatever moron did the cover of the Blu-ray when this first came out, He literally puts the final shot of the movie, which kind of spoils what happens on the cover of the Blu-ray. It is one of the most maddening things I've ever seen. That and Hancock with Will Smith are the worst Blu-ray covers that I've ever seen. So I had to get that for that reason alone. I have not watched it yet, just got it in yesterday, but this is probably in my top 20 films of all time. It's so fucking good, so please check that one out. Go out and buy that one. Now we have just a couple of older movies that I picked up. This is one that I've always been a big fan of, What's Eating Gilbert, Grape. I'm not a gigantic Johnny Depp fan, but this has always been a heartwarming movie to me. It's got some darkness to it. It's got some endearing stuff to it. You've got Leo DiCaprio playing a mentally handicapped character, and he just does phenomenal, as you would expect Leo DiCaprio to do, but even as really young in his career, he's just so good. And it's just a movie about a small southern town. And all the different little hijinks that ensue, all the different little betrayals and affairs, and it's a really, really good movie. So I've always loved it, wanted to finally pick that one up. It's a fairly new release. And one that is a very solid 3-star movie that for some reason I've just always loved, and that is Domestic Disturbance. Now, the quality on the Blu-ray is absolutely terrible because the cover is pixelated as shit. The back is even worse. I don't even know if it can show up. It looks god-awful. It looks like somebody made this in their garage. And so I have not watched the actual Blu-ray yet to see if the movie is that way. I hope not. But I've always enjoyed this film. You've got John Travolta and his son. He's divorced from the mom, and she's dating Vince Vaughn. This is one of those 2 movies like in the 90s, early 2000s that Vince Vaughn tried to go serious before he just embraced comedy. And Vince Vaughn is his soon-to-be stepdad, and he sees Vince Vaughn kill Steve Buscemi. And so John Travolta is like the only one that believes his son, trying to get his son out of this situation, and all the while the Vince Vaughn's terrorizing the kid, threatening him. So it's a good little thriller. It's a 3-star movie. It's not outstanding, but for whatever reason, I saw it in theaters. I've always liked it, and I've always wanted the Blu-ray copy. Finally, I have one. So just shame on whoever did the cover art for this. I could do better than this myself on Photoshop. Well, that's it for this episode, guys. That is all the pickups for the past couple of months. If you want to check out more, check out the playlist here for the rest of my Off the Shelves video. And I'm also going to put my top 100 films of all time up here so you can see where I placed Warrior. Please like and share this video and hit that subscribe button. And as always, remember, opinions are like assholes, but that doesn't mean that you have to be.